All right, guys. Today we're going to do top 10, issue number 10 from America's Best Comics. Really like this series. So far, it has great storyline, great pacing, great art. There's a lot of things going on, and you have to keep up. I mean, I think this is the best. This is a series that is best for reading back to back instead of what I'm doing now and reading 1 month after, because there's so much going on. Unfortunately, this particular book is not without faults and problems. Still is a good book, but still has also a lot of well, not still, but it has a lot of problems. So without further ado, let's dive in, and we're gonna continue. So there is a murder, right? And are these the newspaper boy group from DC Comics from back in the day shooting these guys that coming from? I don't know. But, this is a club here with the celestial skull helmet. And we have a body here. So Smacks and Robin comes here with the rest of the team. And this reminds me a lot of Kingdom Come Flash. I mean, Kingdom Come Flash did a lot. There's all this after imaging. And so it seems we have a murder again. So, and I think, wait a minute, we already have a lot of murderers that has been unsolved or is still investigated. Why do we need more? But this is a police precinct, so we need more murders, I guess. And all these flying ferries that you see, it seems that this guy was supposedly shot himself, but that's not the case. It was a setup, and this guy drugged himself somehow and manifesting these fairies that people can't see. So, yeah, somehow. Anyway. But then we go to the precinct and we have, what's his name? Kemlo. I call him Officer Dog or Detective Dog or, and he wants to talk to the captain. And the captain says, hey, I want some advice. It's about a friend of mine, and he's starting a relationship with someone, and they feel both strongly about each other, and basically wants to, okay, what to do. But then Captain says, hey, go with your heart and follow, and probably something wonderful will come out of it. So, but he's talking about himself because he has feeling for a woman, right? All right, but then, yeah, what the hell is this? But then, I don't know, in Invisible Girl, that's not her name, but like I said, there's so many characters, so forgive me if I forget some of these characters. He says, hey, I just saw Janice, and she's got a call from Irma, Wanro's husband. Apparently he's worried about something. So Irma's husband, that's the woman with the a lot of atomic stuff on her. This one has a husband that is precog. In the last issue that we see someone is being dead, and I presume it was Irma, but maybe not. Anyway, but so Captain Dog here, or Detective Dog, or says, hey, we have, basically he's giving some kind of a speech about that someone important is coming to the precinct for an inspection, and then it's not other than Commissioner Ultima. I believe she is one of the upper echelons that has multiple precincts, and she is, I don't know, the big dog, guess, no pun intended. And so also she's talking here, this woman, about John Corbeau, the Satan worshiper guy that has been in the Roman dimension fighting for his life in a Colosseum that we see in the last issue. And then we see this Ultima's woman being prepared in, I don't know, her home, her world, and she comes here, right? Also talk about the homicide victim, teen idol Glenn Blue Jay Garland. That needs to be investigated, I guess. And then we have, he says, hey, Irma and Janice got a message from Ron. Apparently he's worried about you. Huh, Sarge? I love the guy, but he's an unemployed precog. He's got time to worry about anything else. All right, so it's not about her husband, but someone else. But that's weird, because in the last issue, I believe her husband, he was waving her goodbye with the kids, saw something. She's not talking about him. Like I said, sometimes it confuses me who is saying what because there's so many characters. Anyway, let's move on. So, case dismissed or meeting dismissed, and then we have Ultima coming, and she's just floating. Captain Trainer, how pleasant to see you again. I hope you haven't troubled yourself tidying up for me. I just want to see how our smaller, more remote precincts works in all of the grimy detail. So, okay, so he's been welcoming her in, and I want to, just give me a second, guys. How is it that it's getting darker again? It's noon. Well, it's almost noon. Anyway, and then we see this mural that really reminds me of Jack Kirby's creations, especially with the hands. I mean, we saw here a little bit, going back here a little bit here, right, with the mural. Maybe it's not that Kirby, but this guy definitely is. You know, and she likes that mural. He says, it's a king, isn't it? The Black Rider, the Maid, Rocket Ryan, fine officers. Yes, they were. I met some of back when I was a kid, fresh in Neapolis. Well, I'm not here to exchange nostalgic anecdotes. I'm more interested in your squad's current cases, she says. Where does the detective work get done around here? So, he says, oh, well, this is where people do the detective work, right? And she says, hey, they are waiting for your inspection. Later, first show me your facilities. But then Pete says something stupid. Oh, Dwayne, she's one fine big woman. He says, will you shut up? I like this quote-unquote real talk that is, surrounding all of the storylines. And then, so the captain introduces Ultima to this woman. She's a pathologist. And she said, it's a great honor to meet you, Commissioner. She says, that's another Nubian, huh? Yeah, that's some plain racism here. Anyway, actually, I was more interested in your forensic science department. Where is that located? Okay. Well, it's just downstairs. We have the radioactive materials and there right now from Kraskek Gromolko case. Yeah, that is still going on, the murder. And he says, Commander Bailey has the keys. I think he's through in the canteen area. All right, so they're going into the canteen and everybody says, uh-oh. Well, here's the canteen. Or here's Harry Loveless, our hostage negotiator. And he says, yes. Now, where's this Bailey person you mentioned? And this, also a detective, big shot woman here, singing. And I don't know why, but we're gonna see that. Bill, could you just step over here for a moment and meet the commissioner? You're Bailey. You have the keys to the lab? Yes, ma'am. Do you want to inspect it? Well, of course I want to inspect it. Isn't that why I'm here, for an inspection? What's going on here? Yes, Commissioner. Listen, let me take you along here now. You can look at the place over. But then, this is happening. Wait, Commissioner Ultima, I couldn't help noticing the perfume you're wearing. It's beautiful. What is it called? Well, I'm sure it's nothing you could afford. Very snarky. It's called Joy. Now, Trainer, will you please take me to these labs that you were giving so much fun, that we were giving you so much funding for? Yes, of course. But then she says, Commissioner Ultima, I'm placing you under arrest for the murder of Stefan Krasik. Detective Jackson, you're out of line. I want you to go straight to my office. No, sir, it was a perfume. I smelled on Krasik's body, but I translated it into music. Is that a power? She was Krasik's off-world drug customer. Sin, look what you are saying. Captain, that's Raiden Gromolko's. They knew we were coming. Somebody tipped her off. That's a bold statement. Do you have any proof to back that up? Well, that's what I'm saying. But then Ultima's powering up, and then, oh no! She is unloading her power on this poor girl Lee, and the whole canteen is now destroyed. Stupid. Oh, stupid. You see how tense I was? You just have given me the Zenite. This is the freaking commission. What we do? Hit her, Bill. Everything you've got. And, oh no, Lee. Poor Lee. Oh no, she's done for. She's going to die. So Irma, she's going nuts. And she's really mad. And, Officer Warner, disarm your nuclear weapon. No, don't use nuclear weapons in the precinct. All right, she's going well, crazy. And then the robot says, "For God's sake, somebody get me some backup." All right, Captain comes in. Oh God, she's got a hole through her. Dear, that sweet girl. Captain Trennisser, with all due respect, permission to use extreme force. Break her fucking neck, son. So Smacks is here, saving the day. He's a badass, while the other ones are, try to survive, I guess, right? Just give me the Zenite, and I won't take out your city. Who are you? I'm police. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. He says, just give me the Christ damn Zenite. And I thought, the Zenite? Well, it's a drug. I didn't know that, but I realized that, and I believe she's addicted to it, and she's lashing out. Smack comes up and uses his power to, throw her through the walls, but then into the prison cells holding facility, where we see this woman, this murderer that has been killing people, that's been in prison, and she has a precognition as well. He says, "You're the one. You're my death. Keep away from me, or I'll kill you." And then, she turns into this alien. Well, her true self, Ultima, is blasting her, and Qualt says, "Dead. Give me the Zenite." So Smacks and Ultima going at it each other. Oh Lord, she's going to kill him. Where's Holly Lovelace? Couldn't he subdue her? He's subduing Irma. Yeah, because he has that atomic bomb strapped to her. Look at her. Look at her. She's out of her mind like a junkie for a heavy metal skag. But then Robin says, "Hey, we could give it to her." Wait, what? "Explain yourself," offers a Slinger. I mean, she's addicted to the stuff. We give it to her, maybe she calmed down or not off or something. Maybe she OD'd, like overdose. Robin's idea smells good to me. All right, so they are trying to make that stuff, right? So Robin says, "Hey, can you give me a syringe?" And but they have not much time, because Officer Smacks here is getting it. And he says, "You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you. You think this has come to a trial? Is that what you think?" "No, Commissioner, sir. I don't think this has come to a trial." Look at you. You didn't even budge me, and you're completely exhausted. I also like that Ultima is constantly floating. She didn't step down like she is above everyone else. She says, "I'm gonna wipe you off the map unless you give me the Zenite." So then this is happening. So they really, really quickly put in some MacGuffin bullshit, and then Ultima is slowing down and foaming. He says, "You did this to me." And then Smack says a sound. "Just make sure he protects you from Caesar." And Fred, what is that? What do you mean? Fats, says. He says, "Robin, you did this to me." "Oh, Jesus, toys, form barrier. And then he says, "Robin." And then she uses her power to, I don't know, fall, crash debris on Robin. And oh my God, she smacks us out of it. He says, "I'm going to kill you, piece of crap junkie, some bitch, cop killing. Jeff, baby, she's dead. Come on, leave it." "Bill, we have to shift this rubble. Slinger was right under." So he says, "Officer Smacks, listen, you need treatment for those burns." "Don't be stupid, I'm fine." "Captain, Officer Slinger, is she okay?" But then everybody's in panic, right? About Lee, about what's happening, about the destruction, and about Robin, that they probably think that she's dead too, right? But then Robin hears a sound. He says, "Robin, can you hear me?" "Robin, I'm going to suppress my blur fields as much as I can." "There, can you hear me better now?" He says, "There's a voice here with me. Who are you?" "I'm the rumor." And that leads us to the next issue. So, okay, let's recap. What do I think about here? Now, the story so far with the Graymalkin murder was interesting, but it was, dragging a little bit too long, because there's now 10 issue in, and now we find basically that she is, that the murderer, Ultima here, is the culprit, right? And of Stefan Krasik, the Gromolko, murder case. Now, my problem here is that we never heard about Ultima, or seen something suspicious, maybe a glimpse of her, or maybe that she's an addict. I know this is the first time that I see her, and she is being, presented as a big shot from a higher company or something, or that she is maybe overseeing this whole precinct. But then, in fact, she is a junkie. Now, where does that come from? How did she meet Krasik? How did she become a junkie? It's not really well explained. It's just there, right? She just this character tells us that she is a junkie and that she's, selling drugs from him and then possibly kill him for reasons. And now she wants to have more drugs, and that's the reason why she comes here with a full packed officers and cops with superpowers to get more drugs. And I think, okay, but what if you have the drugs? How do you get your next fix? Because there's not much left here, right? I mean, you could probably get it maybe somewhere else. Who knows? So that's my gripe. But not only that, we see this this monster, this alien monster that was, somewhat of a big deal, and then she's being captured, and then another group of her superhero friends comes in and says, hey, you need to release her, otherwise we're going to file a complaint. That particular storyline is completely gone now because he is, well, dead. And it was a little bit hyped up that something would happen like that, with the suing and etc., with the lawyers. So that is gone. So it's basically this woman that is supposedly a good person is now as becoming a supervillain, killing a bunch of people here and destroying, the precinct. So that really came all out of nowhere. And then we have another storyline setting up. Oh man, Dino Crisis, the best, right? But then we have only 2 issues left. I mean, if this storyline is wrapped up, I mean, I don't think it's a good wrapping up, but what would you do with 2 issues left? And what is the purpose of this guy? I'm the rumor. Okay, but what do you want? Yeah, of course, we're going to see that in the next issue. But still, I have a lot of questions. Yeah, this probably, although the action is pretty cool, when it comes to story, it's probably the weakest so far. I had a lot of fun, but the climax is not really what I hope for, if it is the climax. Maybe we see it in issue number 12. I do not know so far, but it was not really good when it comes to wrapping up the storyline. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.